So damn, you got like fluent and kanji, I guess similar to Joey.
Can't write for shit though.
You can't write, but you can read, can't you? Right?
Yeah. It's the usual.
I mean, when I talk to Jan, it's like I'm talking to a native.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's like I can tell not only you are actually fluent, but you also like because there are people who just know the vocab but don't actually understand the culture behind the language.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I speak to Jan, it's like he clearly also gets the culture.
I think that's because we both follow anime manga.
That
like
might be
deep
it too.
into that shit.
Yeah,
you know?
but I mean, it also helps again that your dad, did that whole
True.
only in Japanese technique, which I honestly would recommend to any parent.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 examples that's been proven to work, right?
It's a must, man. It's
I think
a
so.
must, honestly.
I think so.
So like, when did you move to Japan originally to like come live here?
So I would visit every year to see my grandparents and hang out here, and I think that's one of the reasons also why that there's no like cultural gap in my vocabulary, for example.
Yeah.
But I moved here permanently about 3 years ago. So right after graduating from Jochi, to actually start working here.
And you became a host.
No, so that's the that's never been my like main profession.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's like a side hustle.
yeah, basically.
How
But
long have you been
it's-
doing it for then?
So of course I started after 18.
Yeah,
it's
of
not
course,
like
of
I
course.
started anytime before that, but so it's been how long? 7 years since I started, I guess, because I'm
Right,
25 now.
Is that a long time for a host? Like, what's like the average that a host would be a host for? Like,
Dude, it really depends on the club, but I would say like the general lifespan of a single host is pretty short.
Yeah.
It seems
however long-
like it.
however long
Pretty
your liver
short.
can last. Is.
Yeah.
yeah, honestly.
It's really hard. But the thing is, like in my case, for example, I wasn't like a full time, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, until I moved here permanently, it was always like a summer 1 month thing. So for like the audience or like the customers, it was like, oh my god, I can only see this dude 1 month out of the whole year.
That's crazy because for me it's like during my breaks I would just like go and play Xbox like the whole time. Like, I didn't even have the capacity to even find.
Jan was on that grind.
Yeah. How did you even like? So you became a host. You said like what for 1 month for summer. From like
How did that start?
Yeah, how the
Like,
hell
what,
did you
like-
even get into
Like,
that?
Okay.
I'm so curious.
Okay, so to go over, since even before I was 18, I would always go to Kabukicho.
It's like the red
host
light area.
central.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red light district.
Exactly.
The closest thing to a red
That's
light
where
district.
all the amalgamation of all the fun, cool shit in Toga happens.
And sketchy stuff.
Yeah.
Sketchy stuff.
Also very sketchy.
Yeah. But like I would hear stories from my dad how the street was, because my dad used to work there too at a bar called Saboten. My dad is like a huge ass motherfucker, so he was like a bouncer for one of the bars back in the day.
Right.
So he would tell me how he used to play card with like people who are missing a portion of their finger,
Right,
and stuff
right,
like that. So I was really curious to see like what is this place like now. So I would go there with my
Before you were 18.
I mean, just to look around,
Yeah.
So I would go there, and like the people there just treated me like I'm an adult,
Right.
Like,
I mean,
all the
it do be like
catchy-
that when you're like half Turkish.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like-
You
Yeah.
have a fucking
Well,
beard like this.
Yeah.
before
If you're a
18.
beard, you're 40 years old in Japan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. I never had an issue like buying or doing anything here,
Yeah.
So yeah, at that time I would go there just to experience what it's like, see places. It's not like I did anything. We're just looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once I turned 18, I decided, well, when I'm going to Japan, I should probably make some money. Meaning I should do some baito.
Yeah.
Because my dad was like, well, now that you're 18, I ain't gonna give you any money, bro. Just do something.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, am I gonna work at a fucking pizzeria
Yeah.
or hosto? And then I decided to choose the pizzeria.
Why was that your two options?
Surely there's more choice here.
So when I was 18,
Like, father, I will work for Domino's or the sketchiest bar in Tokyo. Which one should I choose?
Like extremes.
Yeah.
when you put it like that, it's like such
It's
fucking
not my first two choices.
black
let's
and
just say
white.
that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
to go over why that,
Could have just worked at McDonald's.
Yeah.
bro.
Like, Konbini or something, like.
The way it transpired is that when I turned 18, near my parents' house, there was a pizzeria called, I'm not going to name it because it's my surname.
What
but
was a pizzeria?
Pizza shop.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
So-
understood that was it. But I just want to make sure. I
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah. It's a pizza shop.
So the shop's name was literally my surname. So I went there, chat with the guy. He's like, yo, we have the same surname. And he looks like exactly like me, bro. This guy, Japanese, has a beard, huge nose and everything.
Was he Turkish as
So
well?
no, he's not. He's not. But we became really good friends, and he was like, "Why don't you work here? I heard you're here for the summer. I'll give you good cash, 900 yen an hour."
Yeah.
Ballin'. It's like $10.
Yeah,
an
but
hour.
it was like free food all day, bro. I'm like, shit, let's go. So I started working there for a few months.
Yeah.
When I was 18, I stayed in Japan for much longer than 1 month, actually, probably like 4 months.
Yep.
The first 2 months I was there, I worked there, and then I started taking the night shifts because my Tencho wanted me to make drinks and serve it to the customers at the counter.
Huh.
And he said,
So it's like a pizza place that served alcohol. as well.
exactly.
Right.
And then the main customers that come in the evening were MILFs, let's say.
I think you said Yakuza, but I'm happy with that.
So he was like, yo, John, so he's like a ex-sports teacher. And he still has good ties with the school, and all of his like ex-students he's still in contact with.
And now we're all adults.
Yeah, and most of the females are like married, they have kids, they're like 25. And when you're 25 and you're married to a 30-year-old Japanese guy and he's away a lot, and maybe he has like an erectile dysfunction, she kind of wants to go talk to other people, right?
Okay, I was gonna say that. We fucking at the pizzeria. We fucking at Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm just giving some context.
Okay.
I was just about like what you're describing literally sounds like the start of a porn.
Guys,
to be fair,
that's gonna happen a lot throughout this episode.
Okay, to be fair, I mean, one thing that we should probably mention is that cheating culture in Japan is pretty prevalent. Right?
It's fucking
It's very normal.
Yeah, it's-
Unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah.
nuts, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I started working at this pizza place, taking the night shifts, making drinks for these ladies, chatting with them, and I realized they're coming back specifically to chat with me. That's what the boss is telling me. They're like, yo, these ladies, they want to hang out with you
This is
after.
dangerous feeding an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
And then I realized that they're allowed to buy drinks for me while I'm making drinks for them. So I'm like,
The fuck kind of pizza place is this?
Yo, Domino's.
It's not a pizza place.
yo, guys, it is.
What's happening at Chuck E. Cheese?
Where did we get the drinks from? I thought I had the image of like the Domino's counter, and you were just taking orders.
I don't think this is a pizza place. I think
No,
this is
it's
a
a-
bar that serves pizza.
Well, it's like a really high-end pizza place that has a
Right.
really, really sexy counter with like, a lot of high-end alcohol kind of lined up.
Right.
Okay.
And then there's a nice, stool that people can sit on and then drink on one-to-one with the bartender.
Right. So a bar.
Well, with pizza attached to it.
Yeah. So it's a bar that serves pizza. It's not a pizza place,
Fine,
man.
I get it.
Is that what you're stuck on, really?
So when the wife goes there, she can be like, no, I'm not going to a bar. I'm going to a pizza.
I'm getting
exactly.
a pizza. Yeah. It's not a fat pepperoni.
Fantastic excuse for your husband.
Okay.
You don't have to fear the pizza boy. He's a pizza boy.
Let's have a fee at the pizza.
So after like a month or so working there, in the night shift, I realized that I'm maybe good at this. So
Right.
my boss was like, and he's such a nice guy, bro. Huge
still keep
respect to
contact
him.
with him?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
I go hang out with him, stay over at his house and shit. So he told me, you told because I was talking to him about becoming a hostel like initially, but I told him, like I don't want to let my parents down. Shit
Okay,
like
so
that.
why did you want to be a host initially before you entered?
Fun.
Easy money, man.
Easy money.
Bro, guys, like think about it. There's a job where you literally get paid money to drink with girls.
Yeah, the
and
money-
just chat with them.
When I did my video, the money I saw that they were getting paid was insane.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It was like some of them could make like $50,000 a night.
Yeah.
Easy. If it's your
Why are we
birthday-
YouTubers?
No, but
We're clearly in the wrong.
They fucking laughed at me when they were like, "How much do you make?" And I told them how much I made like the year before,
like, oh,
and, they,
peasant.
and they were like, "That's how much you made." They all started fucking laughing. I was like, "What the fuck?"
They're like, look at this peasant.
Bro, and, like
What
some
the hell?
of them don't pay tax,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all
on the
cash in
counter.
hand, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
write off whatever the fuck. It's crazy, bro.
So what was the process of like getting into your first hosting job then?
Okay, so after the pizza stuff, I decided to apply, right?
Yeah.
You can
Apply. Like you do you just talk to someone or do you have like
a
a
job
rock up
offer
to the
or
club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you go on the fucking internet, guys. Holy shit!
Oh.
And so you just type in, Hostel Club Tokyo, and then you just find
Craigslist, right?
So you just find the nearest one. So I went to the one in Ikebukuro because that was like 5 minutes train away from where I was living at the time.
Yeah.
not sure if that was a.
That was a tension sip. Building up the tension.
This
with
is like
that
his host
Yeah.
side coming out.
Yeah.
He's drinking a gin and tonic, by the way.
Oh yeah, guys.
It's like 2 in the afternoon.
sip. We want to drink, but we can't. We have our health checkup.
Yeah, we have a
tomorrow.
health
Can
check.
we go over this like real quick?
my
I have
God.
to get out of my chest.
Okay.
So people, listen to me.
Okay.
we've been discussing about this podcast day for
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
year,
Yeah.
since we met.
We've been trying to get Jan on for a while now.
Yeah.
And then I was always like, we're gonna get fucking smashed when I show up, right? Are you guys fucking ready? And last week, I had to cancel because some shit happened. And then, I said about next week.
Yeah.
And what is it? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I show up today with this bottle, and the first thing they say, they're like, we can't drink today though. Damn.
Well,
I'm sorry.
well, to be fair, Jan, we have been asking you for a whole year.
Yeah.
You've had 52 weeks, which is not this week,
Yeah.
to say yes.
So that's a valid enough excuse to not let me know that you can't drink this week.
We didn't think about
Well,
it.
we didn't think about it. I actually completely forgot I had a health checkup until this morning. I came in. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, that's tomorrow. Shit.
Right.
I have no excuse.
I mean, it's okay. We'll drink when the cameras are off, when it's not today. So
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah.
we always do, Jan.
Yeah.
Like we all like we
In fact,
literally always do.
the day that this episode goes up, we'll drink. How's that?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
let's
there we
do
go.
it.
So
All
so
right.
save it until
Cheers.
then.
I'll camper you some
Yeah,
cucumber.
Yeah,
Some
some
water.
cucumber water. There you go. Nice.
Cheers, bro. Shit, you leave me hanging, bro.
I thought like Kempai gone. I thought it was like a group Kempai.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way, bro.
Because sometimes I don't want to go around camping everyone individually. I'm like, cheers.
I mean, Jan does, all right?
He's a host though.
Yeah.